we sort of started our journey before I even knew what the word sort of regenerative was even out and about. In 2015 we decided to convert our farms to organic. So that was sort of the first step, because that year we dropped all our synthetic inputs out of the system, and that was, I guess, the start of our journey. And so from there we sort of, as part of that organic journey, got really interested in multi-species pastures, but didn't really know where to go with it. And then about 4 years ago we were up at the National Field Days, and I was talking to a few of you may know Tana and Claire Bradley from Accuracy. I was talking to Tana and we were just saying, we're just wanting to get more pasture diversity and blah blah blah, but we don't know where to go. And he handed me this pamphlet and it was like, here you go. And that was like, it was like a ready-made 15 seed mix, but that was it was a start. And later on that year, I'm part of the Organic Dairy and Pastoral Group and do different field days and stuff around the place, and got asked if I want to host one around pasture diversity, and I said, well, we don't really have any diverse pasture, but yeah, I'll host it because I want to know about it. And all these people turned up, including Jules Matthews. And so I was pretty blown away by the people that turned up. But and from that day, so that's where I first met Jules, and another lady who I already knew, Phyllis Titchenham, was there. And at the end of the day, I said to Phyllis, do you know that Jules lady? What's she like? I knew her as a coach. So from there, we've had Jules come on farm, done lots of soil, herbage, microbiology testing, all sorts. We've got all sorts of different multi-species pastures and stuff going in now. And we've just watched the place go from good to better and better, doing aeration and stuff as well. Yeah, so we've done all sorts of different things as well. Changed, grazing management, moved to biological soil stimulants, so you're just using fish and seaweed and humates and stuff. Networking with like-minded people, that's massive, getting in amongst these groups. But then also this morning we're sitting here, I'm not the most artistic person drawing these little maps of our farms, but really exciting today, sort of going to the next step. We've actually got Karma Burwell from Greenbridge is at our farm today. She turned up just as I was leaving to walk the farm, and she's there drawing a much better map than what I was drawing here on my piece of paper, with the information that we've given her on our vision of incorporating more trees and stuff into our farm. So we had a paddock in the middle of our farm that was always really wet and ponding and all the rest of it. So in the autumn, 3 years ago, whenever it was, we planted that 15 seed mix that I said about, that Tane told us about. And so that was all good, grazed a couple of times over the winter and the spring, and then that come end of October we shut it up to deferred graze it in the autumn. And it was bang smack in the middle of our farm. It was so bloody ugly. We didn't really know what we were doing, we were just experimenting. You could see the sort of rank ryegrass and stuff coming out. We thought we'd gone nuts and we were going to go on and mark it a number of times. But anyway, we deferred grazed it, and what came, we moved into the paddock and you got actually in amongst it, there was so much lushness inside the paddock when you got down into the base of it. But after we grazed it, and what came back was just next level. We just turned this paddock around, and then you start digging holes and you start looking at the root depth and you start looking at how many more worms are in that paddock, and it's just turned into a really lush multi-species paddock. And then last spring when it was really, really wet, we were up in town one day and we were driving home. We had about 50 mils of rain and looking at all the puddles around, and got home and it stopped raining, and I must have been the happiest farmer in the district when I shot down to this paddock to have a look at my ponding, and there was none. So
great.
Yeah.
What's the measure that matters the most to you?
Health and happiness, I think, I'm talking, no, that's not one thing, that was
That's okay.
Human and animal health and happiness, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much.